What's your play? Oh no! Get fucking quickscope, shitter. Hello, internet. So you might be wondering, why, oh Wamai, are we talking about Wamai? Get it? It's a joke. That sounds like a pun. Yeah, just roll the intro. Alright, so why are we actually talking about Wamai? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because he's not very good. Alright. He doesn't suck, but he's not great, and in general, he isn't really worth using. His overall kit just doesn't really provide enough utility and versatility to make it worthwhile playing him. So if we take a look at what an average defensive lineup generally looks like, or at least should if you're trying to play with a brain cell, you'll normally have at least one player playing either a mute or a mozzie for your intel denial, a couple people playing your on-site anchors, your plant denial operators, like a smoke or an echo or a maestro. You'll have a fourth player generally playing some kind of roaming operator, like a Jager, a vigil, or an alibi, and then normally you'll have some kind of hard breach denial, like a bandit or a cade. Now obviously this isn't going to be a strict lineup for every map, every bomb site, but in general this is kind of what it's going to look like. Your roamers on some maps might be subbed off for a Valkyrie, you know, for some more intel if you're playing a map like Consulate, but this is generally what you'll find for most maps. So let's take a look at this lineup and see where Wamai can fit in. Well, Wamai has no shotgun to open up the map and has no ability to stop drones and stop intel from the attackers, so he can't really be swapped out for mute or mozzie. Fair enough. So what about our next operators? Well, Wamai isn't really suited to an on-site anchor role because of his kit. He has no plant denial, like Echo or Smoke. He has no shotgun like Smoke or Maestro, so they're off the board. What about our roamers? Well, for utility denial, Jager is just kind of an all-round better operator. Considering his ADS systems catch more projectiles than Wamai can, I think it's 6 for the ADS systems, and I think Wamai only gets 5 magnet devices. Jager is a faster operator with 3 speed and 1 armor, and yes, the argument can be made, I suppose, that the AUG on Wamai is slightly better statistically than Jager's 416C. But considering the AUG's view model is just so big on your screen, and the other factors that I've just mentioned, it does really make it hard to suggest playing Wamai over Jager. So, Wamai can't replace Jager. What about the other roamers like Vigil or an Alibi? Well, it's kind of the same story. Because Wamai doesn't have any kind of shotgun, secondary, or impact grenades like Alibi or Vigil, he's not really suited to roaming as well as those two either. So if you haven't noticed the trend here, Wamai just really isn't going to be replacing your Bandit or Cade anytime soon either. So it looks like we've got an issue on our hands, right? So instead of shitting on him, let's try and figure out how and when we can use Wamai to be somewhat effective. So we've agreed that for general use, Wamai just doesn't really make the cut for our starting lineup. But that doesn't mean he's useless. Some maps, some bomb sites, don't always require that standard lineup. Like I said, you know, some maps might require more intel, like a Valkyrie on Consulate or Cafe. So one of the maps that I think Wamai will play quite well on is a map like Clubhouse, for both the cache and CCTV and the gym bedroom sites, and even to a certain extent the church and Arsenal bomb site in the basement. All 3 of these bomb sites have quite a few positions that defenders often sit that can be incredibly annoying for attackers to flush out, whether that's the garage rafters for a CCTV defense, or blue for a basement defense. Oftentimes you'll probably see either frag grenades on like a buck or someone, or a Capital brought to counter these setups. But Neb, why wouldn't you just bring a Jager? We've already established that Jager is better at stopping projectiles than Wamai, so why would we pick Wamai here? Well, random commenter, the one thing that Wamai can do that Jager can't is catch smoke and firebolts from Capital's crossbows. So in places like blue or rafters, Wamai can actually be pretty helpful. As well, compiled with this, a map like Clubhouse doesn't tend to be as roam heavy as other maps, as in you don't always necessarily need a dedicated roaming operator like Vigil, so Wamai can actually, in some cases, bring more utility to the team. See, I think Ubisoft created Wamai to try and replace Jager, and bring Jager's pick rate down. Which, definitely worked. But, personally, I think Wamai is way more useful being used in conjunction with Jager. Wamai is an operator that fills a super niche gap, where your position in the map is maintained by bunkering down and holding a super specific location, which isn't super important on some maps. A map like Clubhouse, where you've got to hold super key positions on the map, is often going to see a lot more Wamai usage. You know, a map like Cafe might also see some more Wamai usage, or Bank, trying to hold servers on Bank, or trying to hold Bakery on Cafe. That's the kind of places that you might see Wamai being used more, is those bunker down, play your life up kind of positions. See, I think overall we'll see Wamai used for some niche strategies on a few maps, as I said, like Bank, Clubhouse, Cafe. But personally, I don't think Wamai will ever really see much use in Ranked, because of all the reasons I've stated in this video, and because I don't think his kit is particularly fun to play with. You know, he's a 2-2, the AUG isn't that fun of a gun, and his gadgets rely on players playing safe and reserved, so that they can stay alive and make the most out of it, which isn't really a playstyle we tend to see in Ranked. So, to bring this video full circle, I don't think Wamai sucks. I just think that people that thought he'd come in and sort of replace Jager, or he'd be super useful all of the time like Jager is, are just a bit wrong. I think Wamai has his niche uses and does those jobs really well. He just needs to be treated and played when and where he can actually provide value, instead of trying to be forced into strategies where he doesn't really do much. Anyway, that's about it for today's video. Let me know how you've used Wamai since he got released. Do you think he's a good operator? Leave a comment down below. As always, make sure to follow me on all of the socials. Feel free to join our Discord. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and ding that notification bell. I do post new videos every Friday, and I try to stream on Twitch whenever I can as well. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. Adios. Come back to me. I saw you. I saw him. You're dead. Oh, stop running back and forth.
I'm making a play.
Where?
Yep. Yeah, it worked out. What's your play? Oh no! Get fucking quickscope, shitter. Hang on a minute, I heard run out. Oh, I thought it was someone. You know, like you see someone, you're like, hang on a minute. Is that a human being? And then it is. The nice thing about Nomad is she can do all of her own work.
Ready to go. Leveling their defenses.
That's a pulse. I appreciate the attempt, Pulse, but not today, buckaroo. Oh, hatch is soft. Would you look at that?
You must recover the diffuser.
Thanks, Pulse. To us.
The diffuser has been recovered.
That'll do. Wait a minute.
You located a bomb.
Please let me do this. Please let me do this. No, I can't hot breach in. It makes me sad. Are you? Is that right?
No longer in your possession.
Now I can. Let me have fun. I still can't. Oh. Why are you so boring, game?
Bomb has been located.
No, you don't. Hello. Who's above me? Not Sophia, that's for sure. I think they know they have the fuser. Is that why they're like hiding? Ow! More fucking lesion mines than enough. Jesus Christ. Where was he? I heard him on my right, but I'm not sure if he went back into sight or not. he prone on the floor for? What are you doing?
He's laying in a body.